Hey yogis, I think it's going. So I just wanted to, hi yogis. So as we get ready to set up, I just wanted to let you know we just need a chair. I have this chair here. You can have a dining room chair. You can work from your lounge chair. Any chair that really works for you today. A chair that allows you to sit up a little bit more. A nice sturdy chair, of course, is always a good thing. And if you just want to watch, then watch. It's all good. I just want this to be a space to come together. As many of you know, I teach chair yoga at least 3 to 4 times a week. And this group has been a huge part of me being the teacher I am today. I have this amazing group of students that just come every week, twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week to do their chair yoga. So I just wanted this to be an opportunity for us to begin to come together. So if you're out there, you can always hit the button that has the thumbs up or the hearts or anything like that, just to kind of let us know you're out there, us being me and Fred. Anyway, we're going to get going. So as you find your seat in your chair, just sitting nice and tall. Hold on, now I have to just check. Yes, good. Sitting nice and tall. Try and get your feet onto the earth. So wherever you are, planting your feet. If they don't and you feel like your toes are just touching, that's okay too. So just allow yourself to settle and quiet. We have Penelope here wandering around in the background. I think she's going to jump in the pillows. And then over here, we have Fred, who is chewing on a bone that I gave him. So anyway, so we have a nice little group here. So at the beginning of this, I just want you to really just settle, quiet the mind. You might close your eyes or just dim them or just watch the video, whatever feels right. And just notice how you feel in your body, in your mind, in your skin. And just let yourself settle. That word I use often. So often we move around, we're in our heads, we're having endless conversations with ourselves. And in yoga, they teach us, they ask us to settle, to quiet, and to allow ourselves just a little bit more peace. And through that, we come to places of breath, of movement, of meditation, of building awareness and kindness, compassion to ourselves, most importantly, starting with ourselves. And as we build that inside of ourselves, we can then begin to take that out into the world. And all of this, of course, sometimes, some days harder than other days. An anxious mind or a struggle with another person or a health or a concern around the world makes it more and more difficult for our minds to settle. And so just be in that place of kindness to self, kindness to yourself. I always talk about Mayatri, a Sanskrit word, just really love and kindness to myself so that I can bring love and kindness to others. These are just all these little lessons here out into the world and that are given to us through this practice of yoga. So I'm going to start today by reading a poem. This book by Donna Falls, Go In and In, was given to me by one of my yoga students over at the Clinton Corners Library. And it's just a beautiful book full of poems that really have touched me. And today I opened it up and it came to this particular poem called Allow. And it just struck me. And I hope you find it striking as well, that it touches you in a place in your heart. There is no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt, containing a tornado. Dam a stream, and it will create a new channel. And it will create this new channel, opening new space. Resist, and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow, and grace will carry you to a higher ground. The only safety lies in letting it all in. The wild with the weak, the fear, the fantasies, failures, and successes. When loss rips off the door of the heart, or sadness veils your vision with despair. Practice becoming, simply bearing the truth. In the choice to let go of your known way of being, the whole world is revealed to your new eyes. So as we sit here together in our new way of being, our temporary new way of being through this wonderful internet, through videos, through all these different modalities, just let yourself quiet and just feel your body. Feel the inhales and the exhales in your body. Just notice the rise and fall of your chest as the air fills up, and the soft release as the air just washes out. And just notice this breath again as it rises into your body, and as it softens and releases out. Just feel the breath as it rises into your heart, into your shoulders. And the breath as it releases softly back out. Just follow it, these inhales and these exhales. Feeling the expansion of the rib cage, the opening of the lungs on that inhale, and that soft release on the exhale. Just notice a balancing of the breath as the inhale rises, and maybe the same length with the exhale as you release it slowly and controlled, softly back out. And just feel the breath. Feel the rise of the breath. Let it come into your shoulder blades, into the back of the neck, and let it release back out. And again, feel the breath. Let it come into the back of your body, the shoulder blades, the neck. And then just let it release back out. Notice if you can hear the breath, this nice soft vibration of the breath. And the exhale, releasing it back out. Just feel the inhales and feel the exhales. Stay with the softness as you let your mind draw in and focus on the breath. Stay with us just a little longer, just an easygoing breath, bringing the mind to the breath, to these inhales and exhales. No particular breath, just a balancing and equalness. And notice when the mind gets distracted, the thoughts, just bring it back. And just stay. This practice of yoga brings us into the present moment, allowing us to calm ourselves, calm our nervous system, calm our thoughts. And just stay a little bit longer, just a few more rounds, following the inhales, and following the exhales. Again, inhales and exhales. Just one more round. Beautiful. And that exhale. And then from here, we're going to bring our hands together, palms together, and let the thumbs rest onto your chest. And as you do, sit a little taller. Just let the shoulders kind of melt down the back of the body and allow the neck to have space and softness. And this hand gesture, this mudra, is called Anjali Mudra. This kind of a seal. And it also focuses our minds onto the fingertips, the sensations. And just feel the breath there. With the rise and fall, you can feel the thumbs against the chest and the rise and the fall. And just notice these sensations. Again, endlessly allowing the mind to come back into our practice. And then just bow your head today, just bowing into this practice of yoga, this coming together, this honoring ourselves and honoring each other. Supporting each other through our practice, through these times of difficulty, of new. As the poem said, just let go a little bit and explore this new as we stay in our homes and take care of ourselves and take care of others. Beautiful. And then just let these hands come down onto your knees. So they can come onto your knees or a little bit higher onto the thighs. And again, we're going to sit tall here. We're going to start just by taking the gaze over our left shoulder. So as we do, just take the gaze over our left and just open up the chest a little bit. So kind of massage into the heart center. Try not to be too kind of aggressive with any of these moves. And then slowly come back to center and then take the gaze over to the other side. And just feel as you do that into the heart, into the shoulders, into the neck. Take your breath there. Freddie's having a good itch right in front of the camera. And then come back to center, just taking the gaze back out in front. And we're going to take this chin and we're just going to dip it down. So really slow, really soft, just dipping it down towards our chest. And just feel the space into the back of the neck, into the space between the shoulder blades. Thank you, Fred. Good. Yeah. And then just allow yourself to soften there. Being a good basset hound, Fred has got to give his ears a good itch right now. Totally appropriate time. So again, in our practice, I love to find humor and lightness of heart. And then very slowly, I want you to lift your chin back up. So your gaze is out in front. And then just slightly lift the chin. But don't collapse into the back of the neck, please. I want you to be careful of those vertebrae, those little tiny vertebrae, our cervical spine, and just lift the chin a little bit and open up the throat, open up the front of the neck. Let the shoulders melt down. And then slowly just bring this chin back down a little bit, gaze is out in front. And we're going to take this right arm and we're going to let it dangle down. So I know that with the camera, there's a little difference. So you're probably seeing my left arm. So just work with me on that. And from here, we're just going to take and begin to circle that arm at the shoulder. So I guess I'll be circling my left arm. Good. And then, so as you circle, just slow, begin to open up the space. Just be curious. This practice of yoga really allows us to take our mind into our body and feel. Even if there's a little click or a clunk, just observe it. Don't judge it. Don't go into negativity, which we immediately do. These minds are powerful like that. Just a few more circles, kind of warming all the bits and pieces, all the joints today, opening them up. And then slowly we're going to just roll the shoulder the other way. Really nice. So rolling that left shoulder. Just take your time. Should begin to feel a little warm there, maybe even a little tired. Just stay with it if you can, just a little bit longer. And then just let this arm dangle down. So let it hang. And then from here, you're going to take your ear and drop it down towards the opposite shoulder. So as you do, just feel that space into the neck. Just take your time. I don't want you rolling over. Just stay nice and tall. Let the fingertips melt towards the earth. And then just take your ear over to the opposite shoulder. Good. And just feel that. Just take your time. Relax the muscles. And then slowly just bring the head back up. Give this arm a little shake. And then place that hand back onto your knee. And then take the opposite arm. Just let it dangle there. And again, keep reminding you to sit tall, lift your pelvic floor. And then just begin to take some nice circles of that shoulder. Yeah, so this is my shoulder. I have a bone spur in it. So there's a lot of poses that I actually don't do with this shoulder. So you'll learn about me as well. And it's really important to take the lessons of taking self-care here. So if you have shoulder issues, you really want to take your time, not overdo any of this. Good. Just feel as you circle that shoulder. Good. One more this direction. Perfect. And then slowly just take it the other direction, just circling, and begin to feel that you can open up the shoulder. Yeah, just getting some nice lubrication into the joints, as we say. Let your neck relax. And again, one more. Perfect. And then just let this arm dangle down a little bit, still sitting tall, still open into those collarbones. And then just take the ear and bring it down to the shoulder, the opposite shoulder of the arm that's dangling. And just feel that space from the ear down to the tip of the shoulder. And just breathe into that. Don't force it. Just let gravity do it a little bit. So just opening up the side of your neck. And just take and maybe close the eyes, and always just revisiting this beautiful breath, this breath that just softens us, relaxes us. One more. Beautiful. And then just slow, bring that head back up, slide that hand back onto the knees, and then just take both shoulders and just kind of circle them and move the head a little bit. So just relaxing, balancing out the body, one direction and then the other. So your arms can be dangled or down onto your thighs. Perfect. And then both arms down alongside you. So as you do, sitting nice and tall, we're going to take these arms and we're going to bring them out to a T. So at the T, I want you to see, I don't want you to do this. I don't want the shoulders up by the ears. See if you can melt them away from the ears and kind of reach the fingertips away from the center line of your body. Yeah. And then from here, just take and turn the palms up to the sky. As you do, you're going to feel a little bit of nice space into the front of the shoulders. And then take these hands and just turn them down. We're going to do that 3 times. So on an inhale, turn them up. And on an exhale, down. Inhale, turn them up. Oh, I can feel this working into my shoulders. Exhale, turn them down. Good. One more. Inhale, turn them up. And one more. Exhale, turn them down. Now, almost there. We're going to turn them back up. Oh, take the arms up to the sky. Reach them nice and tall. Bring the palms together and then bring them back to your heart center. Hey, Freddie. Hey, Freddie. And then just bow back in. This intention today, this kindness to ourselves, is coming together for our practice. Embracing the new as well as we can. And then from here, bring the hands down to the knees. We're going to move into cat and cow. We're going to start with the cow. The cow pose, the shoulders kind of roll down the back of the body and the chest moves forward. The chin slightly lifts and the tailbone reaches behind you. And just feel that. Try not to collapse into the belly. There's still a lifting of the belly button up under the ribs. And then from here, we're going to slowly move the other direction. So we're going to take the belly button to the spine and the spine to the back of the chair as you tuck your chin and round forward. So you can kind of see from the side. And just feel that as well. Get that kind of stretch into the back of the body. You might just softly roll the head a little bit just to relax yourself. And then slowly we're going to begin to move back into that cow. The chest lifts, the shoulders melt down the back of the body. And then again, roll back into that cat. Tucking the chin, tucking the tail. And then again, inhale, lift to that cow. And then exhale, round to that cat. And just keep moving like that, finding your own rhythm as you move to that cow. It might get a little bigger. You might find more space. And then maybe that exhale takes you back to that cat. And back and forth. Inhales, lifting you, opening up the front of your body. And then the exhales, tucking the tail, tucking the chin. And a few more. Just waving through the spine, the whole spine, the front of the body, the back of the body. Just a few more. Good. And one more. And then from here, just come back, sitting up straight again. So that nice long spine, as I sometimes say, shoulders over hips. And then from here, we're going to take this left hand. I'm going to see if I can do this. This is my right. So then that will be your left. I think you're seeing it as the left. And then we're going to take that left hand to the hip, and that right hand, we're going to reach it up to the sky. And as you do, I want you to reach it just a little bit higher, but lift the belly in and up to get that space, planting the feet on the earth, and just take the fingertips a little bit over to the left. So a little bit of a stretch into the left rib cage, the shoulders, and then just come back up slow. So it's not a big movement. And then slow, reach it back over like a little bit of a wave. And then slow, come back up. And then one more time, back over. Beautiful. And then slow, come back up. And then take that left hand and just brush the walls with your fingertips, like you're painting them with a soft feather. Good. And then let that arm come down. We're going to place both hands back onto the knees. And again, we're just going to do one round of coming into that cow pose, which opens the front and curves the back. And then exhales, we round into the back of the body, that extension of the spine. And then slow, come back, that neutral, shoulders over hips. Perfect. And then from here, we're going to take and bring that right hand onto the hip. Let that left hand dangle down for a moment. And then just begin to take that left hand up to the sky. And as you do, just get a little more reach there. That belly button kind of lifts under the rib cage a little bit. But then I don't want the shoulder and ear kind of making new friendship. I want them kind of drawing away and giving each other space. Take a nice inhale, reach to the sky. And then exhale over. Good. Inhale, back up. And just exhale over, feeling that along the whole left side of your body. Good. One more time and over. Beautiful. Now come back up. And then just brush the side wall with the fingertips, like a feather, just brushing the walls. Let that shoulder relax. Bring both hands back onto the thighs. And again, move into that cow pose. So lifting the chest. And then tucking the chin as you round slightly into that cat. Don't overdo any of these poses. Beautiful. And then from here, come back. Shoulders over hips. Nice alignment there. We're going to take both hands down alongside our bodies. And then this time we're going to take both arms up to the sky. So reaching them again up to the sky. And we're going to take and hook these thumbs. So as you do, just find a little hook of the thumbs. Find a little more length into the side body, the rib cage. And then from here, we're going to take this over to the left. Yeah, and just feel. Take a breath. And then come back up. Now from here, we're going to switch the thumbs. It's going to feel really awkward and funny. So then just find that switch. It's our non-habitual way. Reach to the sky and then take this over to the right. And just feel nice space coming into the whole left side of your body. Good. And then come back up. Good. And then again, both fingers now brush with the feathers down the sides of the walls. Let the shoulders relax, arms come down alongside you. And then from here, we're going to come back up. We're going to sweep the arms back up again. And we're going to bring the hands back to our heart center. Just again, bowing into this intention of just coming together, finding self-kindness and compassion, trying to let go as much as we can in these crazy times. And then again, we're going to take these arms, we're going to reach them up to the sky. Good. We're going to hook the thumbs. We're going to take and reach to the sky. And then we're going to take this over again to the left. Come back to center, switch the thumbs. Over again to the right. Beautiful. Come back to center. And then from here, we're going to take these hands, we're going to separate them, and we're going to bring the hands down onto the shoulders. Yeah, and just feel that for a moment. So don't force it. You can always take the hands, bring them onto the chest. There's always options. And then we're going to just take and circle this way. So one direction, both elbows if you can. And then again, just working on the sockets of the shoulders. So for me, I feel that I don't want to go too far on my one shoulder. So just managing it. Self-care, please. Especially if you're new to this movement, this chair yoga, this practice, just take your time to find the space and then switch directions, just moving the arms the other way. Really nice. Good. Beautiful. Just feel the body as it warms. Relax the neck where you can. Perfect. And then take these arms, bring them back up to the sky. Turn the palms out, and again, just brush the fingertips, brush these feathers down, lift the chest a little bit. Should feel good. And then from here, hands come back onto the thighs. So we're going to do a couple of twists, and we're going to just go through a sequence of building onto the twist for a little bit. So I want you to start by taking and bringing the, left hand to your outside of your right thigh, and just feel that. Then take your right hand and bring it to the hip. And then really sit tall here, kind of sitting out of the hips, so not collapsing. And then slowly, we're going to draw the belly button to the spine and begin to slowly twist to the right. As you do, feel a little twist at the waist and then the ribs and then the chest. And just see where your shoulders are. Can you relax them? Can you relax your neck here as well? And just take a few breaths there. It doesn't need to be big. It doesn't need to be pushy. Just a nice twist at the waist, the ribs, the chest, the shoulders. And then possibly take the gaze over that right shoulder a little bit more, but not forceful. You'll feel a little bit of space into the left side of your neck. And just breathe there. One more breath. Very nice. And then slowly you're going to release. Always slowly on the release, bring the hands back to the knees or the thighs. Just find that neutral spine. And then from here, we're going to take that right hand to the outside of the left knee and that left hand to the hip. And again, sit tall. And then begin to twist from the belly button. We're going to draw it in and then twist to the left and take the ribs, then the chest, and then the shoulders. So don't overdo. Just be connected to your body. Be present. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Again, we have that tendency to get them up towards the ears. Relax them down, lengthening the neck. And then maybe if it feels okay on your neck, take the gaze a little deeper over that left shoulder and feel the space into the nice space into your right side of your neck. And just take your breath there. Inhales and exhales. One more breath. Beautiful. And then come back to center, hands back onto the thighs. Just connect to your spine. And we're going to do 2 rounds this time. That means a full cat-cow times 2. So we're going to start with the cow, lifting the chest and sending it a little bit forward and tail behind us. And then slowly rounding, bringing the spine behind you, tucking the chin and breathing into the back of the body. And then, so one more round, lifting the chest, opening the heart. Beautiful. And then tucking the chin, tucking the tail, reaching that spine to the back of the chair. And then coming back up. Nice long spine. Shoulders melt down. Really nice. You should begin to feel we've kind of touched the neck, the shoulders. Now we're coming into the waist and the lower back. So just begin to notice the sensations of your body as we begin to just bring energy there and blood supply there. It should feel good, and especially if you're not overdoing. If we can do a little bit every day together, we can then just feel energy in our bodies, clean our minds together, okay? So we're gonna come to do a twist again, but this time we're going to start by taking these arms, bring them down alongside you. We're going to take them out to the side and then bring them up to the sky, right? So as we find that nice reach into the side of the body, so what I mean is from the hip through the ribs, through the shoulders, up into the fingertips. And then from here, we're going to take this left arm and we're going to cross to the outside of that right thigh. And then we're going to take this right arm and we're going to bring it to our hip again, our waist. And we're going to lengthen and twist that way. So we're just doing the same twist. We're just taking it with the arms having started up to the sky. And just take your breath there. Again, feel the feet on the earth and this kind of corkscrew through your body to the crown of the head. And same thing, the gaze might go over that right shoulder a little bit more, but not forceful. I want the twist to be through the center line of the body. And then from here, we're going to take and unravel and take both arms back up to the sky. So reaching nice and long again. Take a breath there and inhale and then exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. So from here, we're going to take that inhale, reaching long, and we're going to take that right arm across to the outside of that left knee, and that left hand's going to come to the hip. Take a nice inhale, and then begin to twist to the left. And just feel we're twisting again at the waist, then the ribs, then the heart center, then the shoulders. Gaze can be over that left shoulder a little deeper if that feels okay. But again, that's not where the twist is coming from. It's coming from the center line of your body. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then we're going to unravel again, taking these arms back up to the sky, reaching for the sky. Relax the shoulders. Take another inhale and an exhale. Inhale. And an exhale. Beautiful. From here, take a nice inhale. And then bring the palms together and back into your heart center. So again, just revisiting that intention, that practice today of just kind of moving, letting go as much as we can. Letting our minds focus to the present moment of here and now. Beautiful. So we're going to do one more set of twists. So we're going to take these arms, we're going to bring them down alongside. You can feel the warmth in your body. I have a little bit of that body heat coming up, which I like. And then from here, take and sweep the arms up to the sky. So get that nice reach. And then from here, we're going to take that left hand to the outside of that right knee. Right hand comes to the hip. Take a nice inhale and then twist. Twisting to the right. Take your breath. Those breaths, the inhales filling you up, reaching you into new space, and the exhales just allowing you to settle there. Good. One more. And then again, unraveling, taking the arms up to the sky, reaching nice and long. But this time, we're going to hook our thumbs, and we're going to take the gaze just slightly up. Try not to collapse. I don't want you to collapse into that back of the neck. And then just slowly take the chin and drop it down. Good. And then come back to neutral. We're going to release the thumb hook, and we're going to take that right hand across to the outside of that left knee, and that left hand's going to come to the hip. Take a nice breath to lengthen, and then just twist slowly to the left. Take your time. Take 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Beautiful. And then slowly unraveling again. Take the arms, reach them up to the sky. And this time, instead of hooking the thumbs, we're going to take these fingertips and we're going to bring them into our neck, really light on the neck. And we're going to just lift the chin a little bit, almost letting the fingertips support the neck, and let the shoulders kind of melt again away from the ears, and just lift the heart a little bit. So lift the chest, let the shoulder blades gently draw together. And then slowly, we're going to go the other way. Bring the belly button into the spine and then tuck the chin and kind of reach the elbows as if they're going to touch each other, but they're not. You're just rounding into the shoulder blades. And then slowly, you're going to lift back up one more time like that. So lift the chin, open up the elbows, and then tuck the chin and round slightly forward into the shoulder blades. And then as you lift up again, take the arms up to the sky, and then brush the walls with these fingertips, these feathers. Really good. Give it a little rest into those shoulders, into the waist. And then from here, we're going to move into some forward fold. So I'm always trying to ask you to do less. So do less so that you can explore your body and take care of it. So many of us have back soreness or issues into our lower back. We're going to take some forward folds here. So a couple of things that I really want you to modify these poses if you have anything with your vertebrae going on. And also if you have had any eye conditions, we want to watch that. And also with high blood pressure, we want to be careful about going too low and then coming back up. So today, our first practice together, I really just want you to take your time. So I'm going to take us into the first kind of forward fold that is a place for many of you that I want you to start. So please just kind of stay there throughout the practice, and we can do modifications. We can do poses from there. So I want you to take these feet, bring them a little bit wider, and then take these forearms and just bring them down onto the thighs or the knees. And just notice, as soon as you do that, you might feel a little kind of sensation into your lower back and hips. And just keep it healthy. This is going to be a stretch into the lower back and hips. So just staying there, I just want you to kind of gently rock side to side. Kind of feel the sit bones melting down into the earth, and just allow yourself just to connect to your lower back. And again, notice if your shoulders are way up by the ears, and see if you can avoid that. Get some length into the front of the body and the collarbones opening up. And then from here, we're going to take these hands and we're going to interlace the fingers. And then with that interlace, I just want you, and I'm going to go to the side so you can see, I just want you to just let the chin tuck a little bit. So without a lot of effort, just kind of let the head drop. And then just let the shoulders relax. You're kind of rounding at the shoulder blades and neck area and shoulders. And just pause there. Just feel the back of the neck, the shoulder blades, a slight rounding into the middle of the back and the lower back. And just take your breath there. Just take those inhales and exhales. Again, the breath, noticing the exhales, that they can relax you. One more breath. Beautiful. And then from here, keep the hands interlaced, the fingertips, and then take the spine and take it long again. So we're going to take it long. I'm going to call this half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. So I want you to feel the belly button kind of lifting up to the spine. And there's just an ever slight tuck of the tail that lifts what we call our pubic bone to the belly button. And then as you do, again, let the shoulders melt away from the ears. Take your time. I want you to feel the muscles into your back and the muscles of your core, helping you kind of draw helping you kind of stay strong in your back, but also we're building strength into the back muscles. We're going to take one more breath here. We are holding this, right? You can feel maybe the muscles working. And then from here, take a nice inhale, and then slowly relax the muscles a little bit, not collapsing, and just let the head go again and let the shoulders relax. And then we're going to move. So we're going to take an inhale and we're going to lift and lengthen that spine. Forearms stay down onto the knees. And then with the exhale, we're just going to soften and relax the neck and shoulders. And two more like that. An inhale, it'll lengthen us. And that exhale, soften and relax us. One more. Inhale, lengthening that spine. And then exhale, rounding there. Good. And then very slowly from here, we're going to find that lengthened spine again. And we're going to take these hands and we're going to bring them to the knees. Stay long in the spine and slowly lift yourself up. Take your time. Good. Let the blood move back. Pause for a moment. Just notice how you feel from going into a slight inversion and coming back up. Really nice. Good. So from here, we're going to take that same forward fold, and I'm going to take you a little deeper into it. So again, I cannot stress enough. I want you to be safe. I want you to take your time. We can practice a lot over these next couple of weeks and build your body up to more. So really just take your time. So we're going to start first by finding those forearms down onto the knees. You can interlace the hands or not. I want you then to find that half lift, so that long spine that we found. And then from here, you might just let the head go round at the shoulder blades and take that movement. Or you might find you slide the hands and bring them down towards the earth, so the fingertips touching the earth, or they might come to your ankles. And just then let the spine round there. I should have said at the beginning, but I didn't. I brought two books that next class, I'll remind you. Two books that you can also place down on the floor to help you stay a little higher up. So if you don't have those available, don't worry about it. Just stay higher up onto the knees, the thighs. And wherever you are, just take a breath and inhale. And let the exhales relax you. You can feel the muscles relaxing as you take those exhales. One more. And that exhale. Really nice. And then from here, in this forward fold, slowly, if you're all the way down, slide the forearms or elbows back to the knees. We're going to find that half lift, so that long spine for all of us. And then hands come to the knees, push into the knees, lengthen the spine to come up. Oh, nice little breath into our brain of blood. And then as you just pause here, just feel your body. Feel the inhales and the exhales. Really nice. And then heel toe these feet back together. So from here, I'm going to guide us to come up to standing. If you are in your chair and you want to stay in your chair, that's totally fine. I'm going to do a couple of standing poses. I encourage you maybe to get the arms in, and I'll try and guide you through some of these standing poses that you can then do in a chair as well. For instance, we're going to come into a downward dog behind our chair using the chair. You can always take your hands and bring them down onto the knees. And the same thing, just kind of lengthen and just slightly tuck the chin. So downward dog kind of reaches into the back of the body. Same thing, you can take your legs and kind of reach long that way. All I need you to do today is a little bit of movement, a little bit of reaching into new places in your body without overdoing it. So just coming up to standing. We're going to come and stand behind our chairs. Oh, there's a dog bone on my chair. Thank you. And then from here, standing behind your chair, I just want you to start feeling the feet. They're going to be underneath your hips. And the shoulders, again, they're kind of over the hips. So shoulders, hips, feet. There's a little bit of alignment there. And then if you can, just let the arms be down alongside your body for a moment. And just where we started, seated, let's just take together with the shoulders and just circle them one direction. And just relax the neck. You might move that a little bit too. I don't know about you, but I haven't moved as much as I normally do these last couple of days. So truly, this practice is for everyone. Just get some movement into your body, the neck, the shoulders, the hips, the legs. And then switch direction. Nice. Nice. And then just come back to standing. Maybe you notice your shoulders are a little more relaxed. Place the hands onto the back of the chair. And then we're just going to sit back. So walking the hips back a little bit and the feet back a little bit. And as you do, just kind of reach your hips behind you and get a nice stretch into the spine. Now my belly button is lifting up, so I'm not just collapsing into my lower back. And the feet, they're wider than my hips. So I want to start there, letting the feet be just a little wider. It's kind of takes some of this out of the backs of the legs and just lets us slowly open. Let the head go as much as possible. So relaxing that neck. And then just kind of bend one knee and then the other. And just feel the body, the back of the body just opening up. And if you feel you have space, you might walk the feet back a little bit longer or even bring them a little closer together, letting the spine lengthen and the head relax. Just feel that again, slow movement as you kind of pedal through the feet. And just feel the breath here. Notice the sensations in your body. You might feel this up the side of the rib cage, the arms to the fingertips, the lower back, the legs, the hips. I don't know, where do you not feel downward dog? Beautiful. And then from here, we're just going to take the gaze slightly forward and very slowly. It could be one or two big steps or lots of little steps. Slow though. We're going to come back up and come back to standing behind that chair, nice and tall. And we're going to take our right leg and we're going to step it back behind us. So probably around 2 feet if you can. And I want you to stay on the ball of that foot. You can see my heel is lifted and I'm on the ball of the foot. And then that left knee, the opposite knee, the one that's closest to the chair, we're going to bend it. And then we're going to bend it and sit down into that heel a little bit. You should feel a nice little stretch up the calf, up the back of the leg, but also feel that your left leg is kind of stabilizing you. The muscles into the hip are kind of engaging slightly, but not locking. And then see those shoulders, occasionally they reach up to the ears. Again, can you relax them down? Keeping the hands on the chair, we're going to roll up onto the back foot, lifting up, and then we're going to sit back down into that heel. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So maybe capture an inhale as you lift up. Then exhale as you sit back into that heel. 1 more. Rolling up onto that back foot. Exhale as you sit back into that heel. And then from here, just pause for a minute. Just building some strength in the legs. You might start to feel that right about now. I want you to take that right heel, that back leg, bring it down onto the earth and let the toes turn out a little bit. So we're in Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1 footing. The chest is forward over the chair. And then from here, we're going to take and play with this. Lift the pelvic floor, open up the chest, and then take the right arm up to the sky. Now here, you can keep just the right arm up and the left hand on the chair. Or you might play with taking both arms up to the sky. So again, this practice is for everyone. So you might keep both hands down. You might take one arm up. You might take both arms up. The most important, keep your balance, keep your focus, and use the chair for you to stay balanced. Right about now, you're going to feel that in the legs. I want you to take and slowly, hands down to the chair back. Now listen, we're going to take this right leg, this back leg, and we're going to just turn the toes to face forward again, but step it in maybe so there's about 12 inches or so between the feet, from the heel of the front foot to the toes of the back foot. And then stand a little taller, zip up those inner thighs, and then begin to lengthen. Remember that long spine, and fold over the chair a little bit, taking the left hip back slightly. So you're going to get a big stretch into the back of that left leg, the leg that's most forward. And just begin to take this forward. Now, if you have the space in your body, your muscles are saying it's okay to do, maybe bring your hands down to the chair seat. But that doesn't make it better or worse. I want you to honor where you are, how you feel, and take care of yourself. This is a stretch of the hamstring up the back of the leg. Take one more breath. Really nice. And then as you bring your chest back up, you're going to bend that front knee, that left knee, and then step forward. Whew. And shake it out a little bit. Good. Nice. So let the hips relax. Let the head relax. Perfect. And now we're going to come to the other side. So we're going to take the left leg and we're going to step it back. And as we start, we're going to step it back, but we're going to be on the ball of that foot. So you're going to have to lift the big muscle into the front of that left leg. And I want you to feel that this right hip, that it's strong. It's not collapsing. You're not just collapsing into your body, but it's strong. That right foot is planted. And then chest is lifted. Your front leg is bent. And then from here, we're going to slowly lift out of this. So roll the ball of that back foot and then sit back into it. Nice big stretch up to the back of that left leg. And two more like that. Roll up and then sit back into it. Beautiful. One more. Rolling up onto the ball of that back foot and then sit back into it. Feel that nice stretch there. And we're going to move this now. The footing is going to move to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So the heel on that left foot is coming down. The toes are going to go out slightly. I love to say like 10 o'clock on a clock face. And then here, you're in that Warrior 1. Front foot is planted, back foot turned a little bit. And then gaze out in front. Take your time, both hands on the chair. Or you might take and lift the left arm up, lifting the belly a little bit, not collapsing. You might play with that and take and lift both arms up. But again, always just be safe. And focus and breathe. Feel the muscles working in the legs. Good. You can always bring a hand down. You don't have to grip and contain and hold on in misery. Beautiful. And then slowly, both hands come down. Really nice. I begin to feel it in my hips. And then from here, we're going to take this back leg, this left leg, and we're going to just step it up a few inches. So again, it's this upside down V. Toes on that left foot are facing forward. We're going to lengthen our spine. So that means kind of get out of the hips. And then from here, we're going to hinge forward. So kind of come forward. You should feel a nice stretch begin up the back of the right leg. If you don't, you can always make your stance a little bit longer to find that space, to find that stretch. And you can also take the hands off the back of the chair and bring them down onto the seat of the chair, depending on what your style of chair is. And then just feel here. Take a few breaths. Yeah, feel that stretch up the back of the right leg. It's not forceful. We're kind of massaging it with the breath. Beautiful. And then slowly from here, begin to bend that right knee, slide the hands to the chair, lengthen the spine to come up. And then step forward and then shake it out. Just shake the hips a little bit, just kind of get the blood flowing. Perfect. And then I can't believe it's like 7-1 already. So we're going to come down and come back to our chair to sit back. So just take your time, sit back into that chair. Feels good. Thank you for you all helping me get my practice in. And then as you find your way back to your chair, we're going to take this left leg and we're just going to draw it in. So your hands can come behind the knee, kind of interlacing again, or you can keep the foot down on the earth as well and just lift the heel. We're just kind of going to circle the ankle a little bit. So if your leg is lifted, circle the ankle. If the foot is down, just kind of make some nice movement at the ankle, kind of rolling around. Yeah. Hi, Penelope. One direction. You might hear some clicks and clunks. I have those. And then the other direction. Perfect. Now, from here, we're going to take and circle at that hip a little bit. So just get some nice movement into the hip. One direction. Really nice. And then the other direction. Good. Perfect. Now, from here, we're going to move into a pose. It's a big hip stretch. So there's a couple of options here that I want you to take, and really be careful and be kind of truthful to yourself as to how tight your hips are. So mine are pretty tight. So the first option is to take this left ankle over the right knee and come into this shape. We call it number 4 or a seated pigeon. And if that is not available, if that feels too tight, then just take this ankle and cross it over. So take this left ankle and cross it over the right. And just kind of let that knee open up. And that'll be your kind of stretch for today. So either the ankle over ankle with the knee opening up, that left knee opening up, or crossed over. So wherever you are on all of these, I want you to sit tall. So I'm going to do the modified version, only to encourage you to do it as well. And so as you sit tall, just notice how the hips, if you can just get them to relax. And then you might stay there. You might slide the hands down the right thigh a little bit and just lean in a little bit. Lean forward, not collapse, but just lean forward. And if you're in the seated full pigeon, you can, same thing, just kind of lean forward. Notice where it goes into the hips. Again, don't be too pushy. Hi, baby. You okay? Good. And just take a few breaths there, just wherever you are. Just feel the space into the hips. Good. One more breath. And then just slowly coming back up. So we're going to take this leg. If it's on the knee, just slowly bring it back. If it's at the ankle, same thing. And just give it a little shake. Just give that leg a little shake. Beautiful. And then coming to the other side. So same thing. We're going to take this right leg. We're going to lift it or be on the ball of the foot. Doesn't matter. And then from here, we're just going to circle that ankle. So hands can be behind the knee, in front. Just notice what's right for you. Circle that ankle one direction. Click, click, click. This is my clicky ankle. Good. Beautiful. And then switch direction if you didn't. Really nice. Good. And then from here, we're going to just take the nice circling at the hip. One direction. And again, this can happen with the foot on the chair. It's just a different movement, rocking kind of side to side instead of in circles. All of it is good stuff. All of it is good medicine for our hips. So just do it. Do some form of the movement, right? Switch directions if you didn't, if you're doing those circles. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to take this. Let's see, this is our right ankle. We're either going to cross it over the knee. This is my really tight hip, so I'm going to take it down to my ankle right away. Or again, you might be over. Sit nice and tall for all of us, right? Let the knee kind of relax. Let it open and relax. And then maybe that's enough wherever you are, in the ankle over the knee, ankle to ankle. If you feel you want a little more space, just kind of lean forward a little bit. But again, it doesn't need to be a big motion. It doesn't need to be a big, intense stretch. Beautiful. Just relax slightly more with the exhales. Perfect. Beautiful. And then very slowly come back up, lengthening the spine to come back up. If the ankle's over on the knee, just slowly bring that leg down. All of us bring the leg down. Just give it a little shake. Good. And then from here, just sit tall again. We're going to take these arms down alongside. We're going to take and sweep them up to the sky. Just open up that heart. Bring the palms together. And then we're going to just take and turn the palms out. And again, just brush the walls, brush the sides of the world with your feathers, with your softness. Beautiful. And then from here, just slide back into the chair. Oh, it's going to feel so good. Yeah, and just let the back of your chair kind of melt. Let your back kind of melt into the back of the chair. Yeah, and just feel here. We're just going to relax for a few moments here. So my feet don't really touch the earth in this chair, so I'm just going to snuggle around and find what's right. And just let yourself pause. This last few minutes together, just really allowing yourself to just be. Just feel that you're rooted into the earth, rooted into your body, grounded as much as possible. Just feel the rise and the fall of your breath. The softening of the shoulders away from the neck. Just let your body be here, be now, be right here, right now. And then very softly, just bring these palms back to Anjali Mudra at your heart center. Just feel that as you do, and sit a little taller. And then again, just bow into all this goodness of right here, right now, being able to come together in this capacity together. I love it. Feeling connected to others that we love, or others that we'll get to know, connected to ourselves. And then from here, slowly, just lift your head. Take a nice inhale. And exhale out through the mouth. And I'm going to come and do an Om. I always Om at the end of my class. And if you'd like to join, then do. Explore it. Maybe there's nobody else around and you can really explore your Om. So again, we're going to take an inhale and an exhale out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale together for Om. And as we bow to all the beauty, all the light, all the love inside of you, inside of me. We are the same. We are one. Together we can bow to each other, bow to ourselves. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis. Thank you for anybody who came out and enjoyed this. Please let me know. Maybe namaste on the feed, anything that you'd like to add. Again, I'm thrilled. I'm going to be doing a gentle class tonight from 6 to 7. So there'll be floor work, some standing work. and some downward dogs. You can always leave them out, remember. I'm also going to do another chair yoga on Wednesday. So today is the 16th, tomorrow's the 17th, St. Patty's Day. And so on Wednesday at the same time, 12 to 1. And then again on Friday, 12 to 1. So I'm just going to keep those 3 days of chair yoga. If you feel that time isn't good, or you want some other times, then let me know. I'll post these to my Facebook. We're also going to post some videos to Millbrook Yoga's website. And we're also working on a YouTube. So little things that I can do. Boy, it's a learning curve to reach out to all of you and keep us all connected. And so then there will also be some other classes that I'll be offering, some vinyasa. I'm also really looking forward to doing a sound bath and yoga nidra for you all. So I think I might do that Wednesday night. I might do one Wednesday and one Friday. So just keep an eye. Tell your friends. All my chair yoga people from Clinton Library and from Pleasant Valley. Tell your friends. See if you can get them on Facebook for these videos. And again, I'll be trying to offer other forums for you to reach out to them. Really love you guys. Really miss you. And again, can't wait to see you. So another chair yoga Wednesday at 12. All right. Namaste.